looking very bright for him and his political party. But as usual, they have assured us, it's one word that we hear a lot, they have assured us that things are going to get better when the gas supply improves and when the power, privatization and all of that gets done with. We'll be looking at them and seeing how they plan to do that. Also, a very interesting news that came up during the week. We all heard about the police officer who was videotaped or recorded asking for a bribe in a car in somewhere around Lagos, and the video went viral on YouTube. And the police acted very swiftly. A lot of Nigerians were surprised. I think about 10 hours after the video went online, the police officer was suspended and summoned and eventually expelled or made to leave the police force. We heard he had been known as Chris Omeleze, Sergeant Chris Omeleze, for the last 21 years, which eventually turned out to be a fake name. He's actually Festus Osugbo. Lots of things uncovered in that particular issue, and we'll be seeing how the police will have to handle that. Hopefully this makes the police, they have a very terrible reputation, sadly, with Nigerians, and this they seem to have handled very swiftly and interestingly. So we'd like to see how they go on from here moving on. We're going to move on to sports for a bit now. The World Athletics Championship went underway yesterday, and I think in a couple of hours, Blessing Okagbare, who is our one hope for all the gold medals, she's involved in 4 sports, I think: long jump, the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters. She'll be competing in the long jump finals today. In the qualifying yesterday, she did come second, so we hope she does get to give us a gold. It will be our first gold at the World Championship if she does it. We also have 2 females in the 400 meters semi-finals, Regina George and Omolara Omotosho. We will be looking at them, and like we Nigerians like to do, praying for them that they succeed and bring us some good medals. And finally, the Super Eagles did depart for South Africa. Today, they will be facing South Africa in the Nelson Mandela Challenge. We have an incredible record in football against the Bafana Bafana of South Africa, so hopefully they keep that up and bring us some smiles on Wednesday when the match eventually does hold. But that's about it for the week that was. We're moving on swiftly now to the show for today. We'll be talking something very interesting. A lot of us young people like to talk about the I just got backs. When we come back, we'll find out what that means. Just stay with us.
If you want to know what's trending or you miss your favorite live shows, you can watch it all on our YouTube channel. Simply log on to www.youtube.com/channelsweb. Scroll down to your favorite program and click play. You can also view all uploaded videos by clicking on View All. Don't forget to subscribe and get the latest videos. If they are interesting, like them and be heard. Get connected with the channel's television YouTube page. The news at your fingertips.
It opens with a gate of arts, moves into windows of creativity.
She finds the only English word she knows from somewhere hidden in the belly of a 4'9" body, and instead of "I won't get it," she greets us with "bye bye."
Branches into rooms of color, and ends with a roof of imagination.
Walk into Art House. The pieces all come together at 9:30 p.m. every Saturday. Art House, life is art.
Say, hey, hey, G, hey, E, hey, we represent, hey, hey, G, E, what else, what else, C, come on, come on, come on, C, just let's go. So let's dance now, it is my turn. Just want what you are. I am ready for your action. Just want what you are. You should cut off all distraction. It's all on you now. And just give
Welcome back. Now, Nigeria does have a very interesting reputation. I think interesting is the word with regards to our immigration status. In the last couple of decades at least, we did have a tag of being one of those people who like to run away from the country and go live elsewhere. A lot of people did leave for school, for greener pastures and whatever. But something interesting has started happening in the last couple of years. I think democracy might have something to do with it. And of course, a lot of the downturn in the economy of most of those countries we like to run to. A lot of people have started coming back I like to call it the brain gain as against the drain. We're gaining back a lot of Nigerians, and we have two interesting people in the house some of who have actually come back as well from where they lived outside of Nigeria. They are Nigerians. And to my left here, of course, is Ona Ilozumba. You came back from America. You schooled and worked there before you moved back to Nigeria. You're welcome. Thank you. And of course, Demola Shasonya. You lived in the UK. You worked in the UK and moved back. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me start with you, Ona. Why did you leave in the first place?
Why did I leave Nigeria? Well, I left Nigeria at a time when the schools were always on strike. University was a 4-year degree became 8 years because of strike. So I left for university, basically, for college.
I can definitely relate to that. I did my first degree here, and I did a 5-year course in 6.5 years. A lot of people will say I was actually lucky because people did 7, 8 years in the 90s, I think. Where did you live, Demola?
Well, my parents both went to school abroad. I think my dad went to school in the UK, and my mom went to school in the US. So they just felt maybe the level of education and the discipline there was a little bit better than here. Obviously, they preferred here for the foundation, which is primary school and secondary school. So they felt that obviously they need me to build that foundation there before I move on.
Okay, I have no issues at all with people going to school. I went to do my graduate school there as well, but I was away for about 1.5 years and came back.
Yeah.
What I want to find out now is, why do you stay back after school? What happens that makes you say, you know what, I want to start a life here?
Well,
Are you guilty or something?
no. Well, in my case, I didn't really start alive. So I did undergrad and I worked for about a year, went back to grad school, and it just made sense to get some work experience before upping and coming back to Nigeria. So worked for a couple of years.
What did you study?
Public health. I have my master's in public health.
Okay, and you worked there as?
Yes. So I worked in research coordinator, doing various research projects, epilepsy, HIV, coordinating things, doing evaluation, program planning, the whole breadth of public health research.
Are you still along those lines since
Yes.
you moved back? What are you
Well,
doing
I
here
just
now?
moved back, so...
How long have you been back for, first of all?
Going on 3 months.
Very fresh.
Yes.
And how has it been?
It's been really good. It's been really good, and it's been good. I really did not know exactly what to expect. I'd been coming back to Nigeria on vacation, but vacation is so different from moving back. And so there was that mental preparation of what's it going to be like living here. And so far, it's been fine.
Did you move back to find a job, or you moved back because you got a job?
Well, I'm doing NYSC.
Okay.
Yes, I moved back because I decided that if I didn't do it this year, it will never be done again. And I wanted that avenue open.
I hope you're not about to run away when NYSC.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm exploring options. I'm keeping my options open.
Okay, Demola, you did work for a while after school. How long were you away for after school?
After school, just about a year.
Okay, and you worked in the UK and decided to come back. Why?
Well, obviously my visa expired.
Okay.
To me, I feel that if you want to stay, the procedure is, I mean, most people actually take the illegal route to actually stay there, which is obviously not what I'm interested in. It's either there's a legal way or not. I was actually born in the UK, but because of some issues with...
You have the green passport instead.
Yeah, exactly. So I got the green passport instead. But I worked there for a while, and it was great. It was great. But I felt the opportunities here were much better than there. I mean, there they have everything already fixed, working. Whatever idea you have, someone's done 10 times better than that. But here, there are issues that need to be fixed.
And there's more opportunities.
There's more opportunities.
That's very interesting, because I remember, like I said, I did go to school to do my grad school there.
Yeah.
And they brought all of these things for us to, file for us to stay back. Because I studied a course that was intellectual property was what I went to do. Wow. And even in America, it's a big deal with intellectual property lawyers there. So they wanted me to stay back. They brought all of these things, applications to stay back, and I said no. A lot of Nigerians there and here even thought I was stupid when I was leaving. Why? How was the reaction for a lot of people around you when you were coming back?
Oh, I was even laughed at. It was really, really bad. And people were like, why are you going back? Why didn't you stay? Why didn't you stay here? And like, what is there to fix here? I mean, here you have a stronger base. You know a lot of people. There are a lot of opportunities you can grab from, rather than staying where you hardly know people. Whereas the people you know there are also struggling, So I just felt Nigeria is obviously better.
Was this the same reaction you got from people?
Yeah, people thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
I think for most people, their consolation was, well, you find a husband in Nigeria. That seemed to be the only positive most people saw for moving back, was that you'd meet someone, which, you know, kind of like everything you've said. There's this idea